What up, what up, what up, what up? What up, YouTube? Man, it's a sad day, man. You know, in lieu of the YSL trial, sources are reporting that rich homie Quan has just died, passed away from potential overdose. Reports say that he might have taken a bad pill, you know. Man, it's just a sad day in America, sad day in hip-hop. It's just a sad day in the world where, you know, we got individuals that are suffering from, you know, supposed substance abuse issues, right? And, you know, it's sad, man, because a lot of this stuff is glorified in the music. You know, I grew up in a culture where, you know, selling drugs was a thing, but now it's like, you know, the thing now is doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's highly celebrated in the music, highly promoted in the music. You know, when we was coming up, you know what I'm saying, the music was, you know, it promoted selling drugs, not using drugs. But now the music today, you know, pretty much promotes using drugs. You know, a lot of the celebrities and rappers, especially ones that are, you know, of a much younger generation, you know, they pop the pills and they drink the lean, and you know, a lot of that stuff is cool. And don't get it twisted. I'm pretty sure we had some, you know, rappers or, you know, artists, you know, in my era when I grew up, you know, because I'm in my 40s now, you know, that were using drugs or whatever. I've, you know, had, you know, like not firsthand information, but like, you know, close information of, you know, a certain artist, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, to be exact, that were, you know, using drugs. And I was kind of like in close proximity, you know, when I was younger, back in my former life, you know, when I was, you know, in the streets, you know what I'm saying, or street street pharmacist or whatever you want to call it. I also had a nightclub. I also had a club, and I used to, you know, bring in artists and things of that nature to perform, or, you know, being that I was who I was, when I would go to other clubs that had artists there, you know, I was privy to like backstage passes and, you know, private sessions with particular artists and things of that nature. So I kind of got like a bird's eye view of some of the things that were happening, that was going down, that was taking place backstage. You know, and it's sad, man. You know, R.I.P. You know, rich homie Quan. You know, I'm not a real big fan of. I'm a hip hop fanatic, or former hip hop fanatic, but I don't really listen to hip hop as much as I used to. But I used to work with this guy one time who was a real big rich homie Quan fan, and you know, he used to talk about rich homie Quan all the time. And Rich homie Quan came out with the album Rich in Spirit, and he was like, man, you gotta listen to the album, listen to the album. So one day I was on a long trip back to Atlanta, on a trip to Atlanta, or back from Atlanta, one of the two. So I said, well, you know, let me listen to this album while I ride, you know, because I got a long drive ahead of me. So I listened to the album. The album was, you know, it was pretty good. It was a decent album. I mean, I liked it, you know, and you know, he had a lot of great content in that album. And I went back and listened to some of the songs periodically, because when I needed to get in a certain mood, you know, I would listen to some of the songs that was on that particular album, and it would, you know, kind of get me hyped up, or get me the, you know, the motivation or the drive that I needed in order to accomplish whatever the task was that I had at the time. But you know, I know y'all heard, you know, during the YSL trial, Little Woody testified that him and his homie Threat, they shot at rich homie Quan's father's barbershop on Bankhead. You know, so his name has been mentioned a lot during the YSL trial. You know, but you know, it's just a sad day, man, when you know, we have really bought into a lot of the drug culture that's here in America. You know, especially when you are a successful artist and you have reached the level that these guys have reached, man. It's like, man, it's like you shouldn't, like, doing drugs should be the the farthest thing on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have to really you know, deal with the drug epidemic that's in America, right? We have to really address, you know, the drug use, the substance abuse issues that are here in America, especially amongst teens, amongst our youth, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, like I said, again, it's a sad day, man. You know, I just pray for his family, you know, for his children, for his dad. You know, he talked about his father a lot. You know, how inspirational and how supportive his father was of him. You know, so I definitely, my prayers definitely go out to the family. But hey man, listen, if you out there and you are using drugs, man, listen, get you some help. You know, that's not the way to go, man. You know, that's not the way that you cope with your problems, because at the end of the day, you know, when you come up off of your high, your problems are still looking you in the face. So I just want to jump on here real quick, man, and just kind of, you know, chime in to the whole rich homie Quan passing situation. But y'all be good, be blessed out there. Peace.